watched this last night. This is one of those, of course, so bad that it's good movies. And we all love those, don't we? I mean, I do. This is terrible for a lot of reasons, mostly because of budget, and some shoddy acting in some parts. But it's actually really good in some other ways. The special effects are terrible. Let's get that out of the way before I talk about any good stuff. You can see on the cover, I'll throw some other pictures up there. Right here, we show our young protagonist, a young wizard's apprentice, riding some kind of demonic bat creature or something. That doesn't happen in the movie. There is a creature that looks similar to this in a magic battle scene in the middle somewhere. It doesn't look exactly like that, and all it does is it's a puppet that just floats around in the sky and shoots lightning at a giant floating lady's head. And it's supposed to be some kind of wizard battle going on, and it's pretty confusing, and but it's like just sheer what the fuck, you know, like, and that's what makes this entertaining. Well, the movie stars Bo Svensson, an actor from, you know, the 70s. I believe he's on Walking Tall, the movie Walking Tall, something like that. Or am I thinking of Joe Don Baker? I don't know, one of those guys. Anyway, Bo Svensson, not a terrible actor. He's a charismatic guy, you know. Horrendously miscast in this, though. He plays a sword fighter. He looks like he's never picked up a sword before in his life. Which, you know, it's understandable. It's not a skill that you normally need in everyday life, or even an actor. I mean, what are the odds that you're going to be in a sword and sorcery movie? Well, in the mid to late 80s, I guess the odds were pretty high that you're going to be in one of these movies. Now, one of the stories behind this is that Roger Corman, we all know Roger Corman, right? You know, produced a billion movies, like, well, I don't think that's the exact number, but quite a few. He made this movie along with 8 others, shot them all entirely in Argentina in, I guess, the early to mid 80s. And that's where we get some of Roger Corman's barbarian movies, like Deathstalker. I've seen that, and I don't even think that's worth a review. I don't know the titles of them. They're very forgettable. There's lots of them. Anyway, and they decided to do one that was like a little more family friendly, maybe, or like a little heavier on the fantasy and toned down on the violence and the sex and stuff. So yeah, we got like a young protagonist here. We got a wizard's apprentice. I guess he's like 14 or so. The son of the court wizard, or the high wizard of the land, who looks exactly like Jesus, really. So he's the son of this like Jesus-looking guy. That's the the royal magician, who gets killed by there's an evil wizard who usurps the throne through the ex-queen or something like that, who he betrays. And it's actually, when it comes to like a fantasy story, like if this was a game, like a campaign of Dungeons and Dragons, it'd be awesome, because there's lots of creatures in it, or like lots of different races of creatures. Like you got some really shitty, stupid-looking gnomes, like garden gnomes. They give them the most ridiculous outfits. Then you got goblins, or at least I think they're goblins, maybe kobolds or something, also played by little people in weird reptilian kind of looking masks. You've got, every once in a while on screen they'll throw like an orc or whatever. There's mermaids in it. It's weird. And the special effects are like really bad. It's got your typical fantasy storyline. Like I said, it plays out like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and it's a fairly well-crafted story. And some of the actors are pretty good. Actually, the bad guy is pretty good. His name is Tom Christopher. He plays like, I don't know, I can't remember his name, Jafar. That's what he reminds me of. It's pretty nutty. A lot of it plays out like an acid trip, and with all the optical effects in there, and there's a lot of creative editing. Let's say it feels pretty slapped together. Ooh, and before I pass final judgment on this movie, you gotta see this. Yeah, that's the sidekick to the main character. I guess he's supposed to be like a Chewbacca. It just looks so stupid, and just every time the thing's on screen, I mean, you can't like. How could the actors keep a straight face for this entire movie? I have no idea. It's yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty ridiculous, but you got to see it. Like now, on that so bad it's good scale, this is an A because like I found it really entertaining to watch this. But on the actual like, is it a good movie scale? It's an F. Like it's way down, but entertaining AF. I'll tell you that.